Hello people, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be doing more of some natural disasters, and today we'll be doing cyclones, typhoons, blizzards, heat wave, cold wave, and wildfires. So let's get into it. So the first one we have for today is cyclone. So let's look at the definition of a cyclone. A cyclone is a large-scale air mass that rotates around a strong center of low atmospheric pressure, and this is what basically a cyclone looks like. And you can see like the definition matches the picture. So let's look at some facts. And the facts I have for cyclones are characterized by inward spiral winds that rotate about a zone of low pressure. A cyclone's track is guided over the course of 2 to 6 day life cycle by the steering flow of the substituted jet stream. The cyclone is a very powerful spinning storm that contains strong wind speeds. Cyclones are formed as warm, moist air rises over the water of the South Pacific and Indian Ocean, forming clouds and wind. When wind speeds exceed 74 miles per hour, the storm becomes a cyclone. There are two types of cyclone: middle latitude, mid latitude, or cyclones, and tropical cyclones. So now let's look at the next one, which is typhoons. And the definition for a typhoon is a major tropical cyclone that develops between 180 degrees and 100 degrees east in the northern hemisphere. And this is what a typhoon looks like. And so let's look at some facts about the typhoon. The first fact I have is that typhoons can cause catastrophic damage to coastlines and several hundred miles inland. Typhoons can create strong wind surge along the coast and causing extreme damage and heavy rainfall. A typhoon forms when a wind blows into the area of the ocean where water is warm and the wind collects the moisture and rise, while the colder air moves below and it creates pressure, which causes the wind to move very quickly and rotate. Cyclone distribute last about 1 day. Let's look at the next one, which is a blizzard, and let's look at the definition of it. A blizzard is a severe snowstorm characterized by the strong, sustainable winds of at least 50 kilometers an hour and a lasting period, typically 3 hours or more. So the facts of blizzard is that a blizzard is a severe snowstorm with winds exceeding over 35 miles per hour and a visibility less than one fourth of a mile for more than 3 hours. Blizzards can also occur after a snowfall when high winds cause whiteouts and snowdrift. The Great Blizzard of 1888 was one of the worst blizzards in U.S. history. Now I'll explain how that was the worst blizzard of U.S. history. It dropped 130 centimeters of snow and had sustained wind of more than 45 miles per hour, 45, which is 72 kilometers per hour, that produced snowdrift in excess of 50 feet. We have his heat waves. So let's look at what a heat wave is. A heat wave is a period of exclusive hot weather which may accompanied by high humidity, especially in oceanic climate countries. Have for a heat wave is that while definition vary, a heat wave is usually measured relatively to a usual weather in areas and relative to normal temperature for a season. Heat wave is an extremely dangerous weather condition where temperature soars above 90 Fahrenheit. The high heat combines with the high levels of humidity, creating a heat bubble over a certain area for an extended period. Average of 2 heat waves per year during 1960s to move 6 per year during 2010s. The death toll exceeded over 5,000, a huge number of Crops were destroyed and by the heat and lack of moisture. In many states, cities record the high temperatures set during 1960s heatwave, shown summer of 2012 North America heatwave. In the 1936 heatwave followed one of the coldest winters on record. Let's look at the next one. And the next one I have is cold wave, which is basically the opposite of a heat wave. A cold wave is a weather phenomenon that is characterized by the cooling of the air. So let's look at some facts about the cold wave. And the first fact I have, cold waves generally can occur at any geological location and formed by a large cooling air mass that can accumulate over certain regions caused by the movement of air streams. The fall of temperature in the order of 10 Celsius within a few hours. The coldest year of record occurred in 1904. The Earth's average temperature was rising over 1.88 degrees Fahrenheit, 1 degree Celsius. Since the outset of the Industrial Revolution, making the yearly cold records increasingly rare. So let's look. So now let's look at the definition of a wildfire. A wildfire, a wildland fire or rural fire, is an uncontrolled fire in an area of combustible vegetation occurring in rural areas. Noted. So thank you for watching the video. Hope you guys liked it. Bye.